You might never think of it because Jimmy Fallon is always smiling and laughing with his guests. But look closer at his cackle and crazy maniacal smile, and you might see something like an evil villain. Or at least you can draw a comparison between Fallon's laugh and the brazen chuckle of one plankton. Jokes aside, the Rolling Stone article titled Chaos, Comedy, and Crying Rooms Inside Jimmy Fallon's Tonight Show offered an unfiltered and unsettling look inside the workplace culture of fear and instability that current and former writers, production crew members, and office staffers say is the only consistent aspect of The Tonight Show under Fallon's reign. Since Fallon began hosting in 2014, the most prestigious show in late night has seen 9 different showrunners. That's one of the producers that helps Fallon get it done. And in 9 different seasons. That's 1 per season. And as one employee featured in the expose put it, nobody told Jimmy no. Ever. I added the ever, but nobody told Jimmy no. Everybody walked on eggshells, especially the showrunners.
Honestly, I really don't know how I got here.
Well, if you can freak out your showrunner, that's not good. And there's also a quote saying, "I just don't think they've landed on a leader who can keep it together." One staffer said of the revolving door of ringleaders who have all left after a single year of trying to wrangle Fallon. Another staffer added, "You never knew which Jimmy you were going to get. And when he was going to throw a hissy fit, look how many showrunners went so quickly. We know they didn't last long." And I guess that's some sort of bellwether for how healthy a show actually is. The running theme throughout each employee's account is that on any given day, the Tonight Show staff can be treated to an upbeat, affable Fallon or a petty, pernicious, and prone to outburst taskmaster who will take advantage of the slightest excuse to explode on an underling in front of the entire production team. Sometimes we would get nice Jimmy, but that sometimes was not a lot, said one ex-Tonight Show employee. "It was just really, really sad to me that this really talented man created such a horrible environment for the people there," said another. The result of Fallon's erratic behavior was amongst an atmosphere of terror and stress that permeated the entire production. According to many employees, the guest dressing rooms were unofficially renamed the Crying Rooms, reserved for Johnny Depp reserved for the employees who were publicly lambasted by their mercurial boss for the smallest of transgressions.
Yeah, I don't deserve it. Yeah, the show's not that good.
One such incident occurred when Jerry Seinfeld was on the show, and a miscommunication caused Fallon to explode on the employee holding his cue cards, prompting Seinfeld to intervene. It was very awkward, and Jerry was like, "You should apologize to him," almost trying to make it a joke. A former employee said of the incident, Fallon actually did apologize at his guest's insistence. It was one of the strangest moments ever for all these people, and they say it was kind of hard to forget. Imagine having Jerry Seinfeld, a man with little patience and remorse, chime in as the guy of reason. The voice of reason, I might add. And I guess Jerry is just a nice guy and Jimmy's not a nice guy. So
They're not gonna like me now. They don't like me.
the most disconcerting through line of the Rolling Stone piece is how this culture of fear and punishment created by Fallon drove so many of his employees to a place of such mental deterioration that based on too many accounts, there was a lot of thoughts of mental illness and other sad things that Tonight Show staffers exhibited. What all of these staffers and current and former employees featured in the piece seem to relay is that for all of Fallon's abuses, erratic behavior, and general awfulness, none of it would have been possible without the complicity and inaction of Universal Television, Broadway Video, Fallon's production company, Electric Hot Dog, and NBC itself. We should have known from the name Electric Hot Dog that things were awry. But clearly, things like limited blowback from the decline of the Ellen DeGeneres talk show empire and cultures of abuse like that make no impact on the way hosts are unable to act and how the studios respond, which we can see now is a major issue that has permeated the entire industry. And, well, we can say things are going to be different when this strike is over.
I'm watching the news and I'm just as confused and freaked out as you are.